You ever noticed how your brain sometimes gets stuck in survival mode even though you don't really need to be there anymore? For example, most of my adult life I worked in the service industry and I was broke as hell. When you live like that long enough, your brain starts to rewire and you start to live in that mindset. If something breaks, my first instinct is to rig it, duct tape it, find some way to keep it together because I'm not going to replace it. Even if the thing that broke was relatively cheap, I will spend hours or sometimes days trying to fix that thing, and it looks terrible, but it still kind of works. But I would rather do that than to go out and buy like a $15 item. It's poverty brain. You can't shake it off even if you start to make a little bit more money. Now, I'm not saying that I'm in a great financial place right now. All I'm saying is that I'm not having to try to decide between like eating and paying rent type shit. Most of my life, I would not go see a doctor because they would write me a prescription that I normally couldn't afford, and just going and giving it to the pharmacist and having them tell me how much it is would just make me even worse. Great, now I'm sick and full of rage. I'm sure that's going to help me heal faster. And granted, that medicine may have only been $30, $40, but to me, that's what 2 tanks of gas or a third of my grocery bill. Part of my brain understands that it's not that intense anymore, but then there's the other part of my brain that still has me in clearance aisle survival mode. But then there's even this other facet of my brain that says, just because I'm not struggling that hard now doesn't mean that it's not coming back. When I do buy something that's just a little bit for me, whether it just be like a pack of seeds for my garden or some plants that I'm just going to plant to make things look a little bit better, it still makes me feel guilty. I have to bargain with myself. I have to rationalize with myself. Say, okay, well, if I buy these seeds, what it's going to do is it's going to grow some plants which I can harvest more seeds from so I don't have to do that again in the future. But if you notice, most of my garden buckets and everything are stuff that I've scavenged. They're not anything that I've paid for. These nice commercial garden beds, I had to do a TikTok shop video for. If I bought something like this new, I would be mentally punishing myself for a week at least. When my birthday comes around or Christmas comes around, I always tell people, don't get me anything because I just assume that they are probably in the same mindset that I'm in. All I'm saying is that I could win the lottery tomorrow and I would still be washing out my Ziploc bags. Poverty isn't just an income bracket, it's like a software that your brain can never uninstall. It's kind of like you never really leave poverty, you just hope that it never comes back to you. Now I'm wondering, if you've ever had to live that way, do you ever stop being broke in your own head?